Davis has only committed 3 fouls. Here's Gray on the run out. Gets it to a streaking Milovich with a left hand off the window.
And Fullerton's on the board. Gray goes right around Richard. Howell left open. O'Day did a good job to avoid that screen. Rochelin into the game now for UC San Diego.
A little more intensity on defense right now by the Titans.
Well, Milovich set that screen in the State women. By the way, that Long Beach State women's squad is going to be a tough out.
Yeah, I called that game with you against UC Irvine. Hunter Hernandez, an outstanding player there for the Anteaters.
Milovich passes to the cutting Burke with 8 to shoot. Elizalde, nice drop pass from Milovich, who scores.
28-point advantage. And there's a steal, and the third by Hayden Gray. 97th of the season to lead the NCAA. Nearly turned it over. Time a guy into traffic. Back out Hayden Gray. Plenty of time to shoot. Milovich, here it is, 1,000-point score! 90-51, the 39-point victory at Fullerton in January. That was a road victory.
Let's see Ryder Elizalde or Jason Brooks maybe getting the scorebook here.
And there is Maximo.
Big homestand this week for the Mustangs. It's UC San Diego tonight and Riverside on Saturday afternoon. Gray with a skip in for Howell across the lane. And off the glass and in, Maximo Milovich.
Maximo earning his first start of the season Thursday night at Bakersfield. He's 9 points shy of being the Tritons' 6th career 1,000-point scorer on this roster. How about that? Roster has 5 1,000-point scorers, including this guy, Time a guy at 3 stops. Here's Howell to Milovich off the window, and he's 7 points away for at least. Here's Howell, 4 to shoot. Howell drives in, a little reverse on Manny. Didn't go, but there's Maximo Milovich.
Waller, meanwhile, trying to work. Drives around, but the shot is blocked. Got around Gray, but blocked at the point of entry. And the guy who's sizing up a 3 there for a second, right in front of us, just dribbling around. Gets it down low to Tate Jones. Nice pass to Milovich and the basket.
UC San Diego 2 Februarys ago.
Guess what? Eric Owen knows what that's like. He had a streak going, and Russ Turner's team apparently put that one to rest, so he'd like to return the favor here.
That was another ephemeral streak, too, because Tennessee had lost like a day or two earlier. Their 14-game winning streak was over. And Tate Jones inside to Milovich. Wow. T.Y. Johnson of Davis is number 1. Inside Whitbourne, isolated with the left hand, missed over the top of Milovich, who got the rebound.
Hey, one thing, I do like the way these officials are calling this game. They're letting these guys play, and they're, advantage, disadvantage. You get an advantage by doing something, then they're going to call it. But I like the way they're doing it.
Magai leaves it for Milovich. For CSUN. Meantime, 5 turnovers for the Tritons is a lot in the first half. They have 9 turnovers a game, and they lead the NCAA in turnover margin at +7.5.
Boy, Matador's stuck on 12 right now.
And the Tritons haven't even really gotten it all going, to be quite honest with you. There's more they could work in. Like Hayden Gray scoring and getting steals. Maximo Milovich from the guy. That blocks, almost 2 steals a game, a block and a half a game. His 4 assists a game are 4th in the Big West. They've shut him down. Milovich from Howell.
First go round against the Tritons at the Thunderdome.
Stolzberg gives it up to Poto, and his shot no good. As Poto gets more experience at this level, those are going to go down for him. Gray, dribble drive, gives it up to Milovich. And what a job by Howell. Gave it.
Royston only played 7 minutes. He's got 4 points now. Feed underneath.
Jared Hyder now with 8 points, and it's a 5-point Mustang lead. Tritons, by the way, in the all-time series in D1, just 1-3 here at Lion Tree Arena against the Mustangs, as he's got 20.
He had 32 earlier in a game this year.
This is a team that beat Stanford earlier this season. Played a very competitive game against UCI. Under a minute to go.
Well, the Triton fans that are watching, the Triton fans who came out to the Lion Tree Arena, they're going to be driving home with a smile on their face. They were a little worried there at the first.
Season where he has been the run stopper and the spark for Fullerton, and they've needed that. Their first 3 of the game, it comes at the 150 mark of the first half.
That was a smooth shot, stepping into it, easy swish.
Transferred from Quincy University out in North Carolina. There's a mismatch down low. Milovich takes advantage. He and I can spar as the resident Celtic fan in the booth.
You guys can debate as much as you want.
Anyways, it's Davis behind him. That's who Antoine Robinson went to high school with. Burke penetrates. Nice flip into the middle. Milovich gets KDL up in the air.
Colton Mitchell. He's feeling good. Gives it to Tyler Linhart. It's off the mark and pulled down by Hayden Gray. Idaho is 7 of 11 from 3. 11 of their 18 shots from deep. A drop off to Maximo Milovich.
A little high-low action from over close to the wing.
Milovich in the game for the Tritons sets the screen for Gray. Gray driving the baseline, kick it to the corner to McGuy. Alexander was all over him. Howell gets his man up in the air. Nice pass inside to Milovich. He was fouled and counted.
The senior from Argentina for UC San Diego. But San Diego out-rebounding the Gauchos by 3. And they've taken 5 more shots from the floor than UC Santa Barbara. And the drop-off and the lay-in.
There's the cutter.
So Bakersfield opens up at Irvine tonight. They're at UC San Diego on Saturday.
Yep, that's a tough opener. Out of bounds baseline because it was only the 6th foul.
Rod Barnes is wondering, who did I anger to get that to start my conference play?
Yeah.
Coach of Bakersfield on the drive, and a crazy wild shot ends up in the hands. And the errant pass, Colin Smith threw it away.
Another turnover. Oh.
Tate Jones backs his way in. Lining up a 3. And the stroke from Maximo.
You don't play at Bishop Gorman and be a star by being just a so-so player.
Chris Howell with the steal. McGuy driving the baseline up top to Tate Jones. Good ball movement by the Tritons. Extra pass. Eli Saldez inside to Milovich, and he'll score.
That's not a great ball movement. Wow.
Touch pass in the corner. Eli Saldez for 3 off the mark. Burke kept it alive for Milovich.
Of his life, that first field goal for at UCSD.
Warren misses the bunny. Pendleton ahead to Eli Saldez. Eli Saldez, handoff to Milovich, who scores.
Up yesterday with another good game, but today has been the Tritons' day. What a job by Coach Eric Olin and company. They are definitely going to make some waves as Milovich. He now has 5, and he is certainly going down swinging for the Rockets of Toledo as UC San Diego will claim the Boardwalk Battle Championship. As we fall under a minute to go, they lead at 78-42.
1 minute left, 1 minute remains in the Boardwalk
Battle. Looking for Milovich, working on Ford. Up and over for 2. Nice dish to Milovich. Shot no, gets his own board though. Nice work and is rewarded.
Any fans in the building making the noise that they are right now is a huge thing for the Tritons.
Yeah, Earl Edwards telling me at halftime that he's going to start making this a thing now with homecoming being that home opener. Hayden Gray back to McGuy.
Little zone, it looks like, from Pepperdine.
Changing it up. Nice pass inside. Milovich scores.
Good to see him back.